Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. And that gets things running. It does seem to be a 4-3-3, Jim.
Yeah, and the two wide players up front can make the system pretty much succeed or fail. They'll be quite flexible in their creative movement. They like to drift in. At times they'll mix their game up and keep their width. And of course they're also expected to track any runs from opposition fullbacks. So they've got quite hard-working jobs, but if they can gain a one-on-one advantage, they can dictate.
And here's Ibrahimovic. And it's played in. And he's taking no chances there. Has a look and plays it forward. And he's being shifted off it. He might be in here! Knocks it into space. And the shot! Superb goal!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate. On heels rather than toes.
That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
Oh, what a finish. I mean, an instinctive finish at that, and he probably didn't even have time to think about it too much.
Bottom. Oh, no, it's an own goal!
I don't think he knew too much about it, Peter. It comes off him awkwardly.
Well, who saw that coming? It has certainly made things interesting.
Look, often chances are hard to come by in these games, so just one mistake could be all it takes to make the difference.
Up towards the front line. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Tries to play it through. Real chance! It's bounced back off the post. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Vieira makes the interception.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Now it's Seedorf. Hullet. Plays a sharp little ball here. And reclaimed it in a trice. Seedorf. Oh, it's inches away from being a really good ball. Midway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Pedri. Oh, some tackle that. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. Vieira. Ibrahimovic looks to get on the end of this. Ibrahimovic. He has found the one. It's Ibrahimovic! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Thuram. No, that's been intercepted. And here's Ibrahimovic. Now, can they get him away? Cross deflected over the goal line for a corner.
Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all. That's going to go a long way. That is ended up in no man's land. Now it's Messi, and this is Eto'o, and this is Messi, and he's lost his man, and the finish! Goal! Barcelona! And they've got their lead back. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like shot a goal!
Davids is one of those players who's known for reading the game better than anyone. Great vision, and this is Cruyff. He's gone down, but the referee just tells him to get back up again. Vieira. Maldini gets over and intercepts. Nicely aimed pass. Messi.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And that's been won straight back. And that is a little undercooked. Now it's Hullet. Seedorf. And he's searching through. Well, that's pretty clear. It is a foul. The referee's come over. It's a red card. Well, no question, Jim. The referee has seen that as a professional foul. Half-time nearly with us. They will be desperate. Big chance! Really well taken goal. A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye.
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona. El dorsal 8.
Time then for the first substitution of the game.
El dorsal
So
13.
all square and not for the first time.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant. They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
And the pass is intercepted. Davids. Barcelona looking to pass their way through. Driving on and making good progress. He's got away. Mateus could move up a gear here. Vieira. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now that looks a decent ball. And that is expertly dealt with. And that'll be the final action of the first half. High octane, high tempo, high scoring. That was quite a half of football. And neither side holding back here. It has been quite a half, this. Terrific half. 4 goals split evenly. Beautifully set up for the second period to follow. Botafogo get the ball rolling for the second period. And it's Ibrahimovic. Hullet. That'll be a corner. Botafogo have their second corner now.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
It's gone out for a throw-in. And he was quick to react. Mateus. Rummenigge is onto this. Aimed beyond the defence. And he's certainly onside here. That's very neat. Cross to the back post. He rises! It's in!
Well, whenever he reminds us of his wondrous skill set, it's usually something very memorable or even unforgettable. We'll certainly remember that one.
What a header! Flashed in with the crispest of contacts.
Well, I don't think he could have asked for a better ball in there, Peter. All he had to do was get in position.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
This is the perfect example of how to play with a man advantage.
Oh, what has happened here? Well, now it's a race for the ball. Cleared without complication. Yaya Toure can see things others simply cannot.
Botafogo are clearly enjoying a very good spell. The flow of momentum is bang in their favour.
Yaya Toure. Well, there was an element of promise insofar as they kept the ball well, but they did very little with it. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
And the whistle has gone for a reckless challenge there. And no surprise, that's a booking.
Well, Peter, when you're up against a speedster, you've got to get to him early and not let him get into his stride, and they're just not doing that.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually.
Messi.
And that is as far as they're going to go.
Serán sustituidos por el
Succumbs to the pressure.
Xavi.
Goes looking wide.
El 19. Cambio de jugadores.
Botafogo perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution. Vieira, a picture of focus and alertness. Belletti. Xavi. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Passing is crisp and sharp.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away, and eventually you might just get that little break.
They're coming again and again.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Passes coming off in quick succession here.
Rummenigge really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Pass somewhat off target. Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Rafinha! Oh, taken with style! What remarkable powers of recovery!
Exactly what you want to see from your players. Courage, fight in the face of adversity. You couldn't ask for much more.
It was casual, it was careless, and it has proven costly.
Botafogo really were asking for trouble there by failing to cope with a formidable press.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona. El dorsal
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches. This is quite a battle.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
So, third corner of the game. Messi plays it short. Pulls it back. He's got tall. In he goes again! And that's a real chance missed.
Bale fully appreciates that he could have won it then, and now he'll be all the keener not to lose it.
Corner number 4 coming up here. They've played it short. Takes aim and crosses. And that's the keeper's ball.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
That's a cute ball. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. It's a good spell of possession, this. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Botafogo clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Lahm cuts out the pass. Looking to play him in. Cross from Rafinha. Van Dijk clears it. He's gone for goal! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. And it's Xavi. Oh no, that was never going to make it.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Up he goes! Oh yes, it's there! Late in the day, this could well be it! He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
Botafogo take what looks to be a decisive lead.
Well, look, Peter, I feel I've got to stress that there's still time for another, so we can't be too presumptuous yet.
Nice sequence of passes, this. Hullet. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Xavi. Barcelona finding their... Oh, no question, that's a foul. And that's going to be a booking. And that will be it. Botafogo have won it by sheer force of character. As winning teams do, they managed to find that little extra when they needed it.